A pleasant good afternoon, good evening, good night, or good morning, depending on the part of the world where you reside. Once again, it's my delight and pleasure to be back with you to share another presentation. As usual, I will start off with a motivational word and then remind you of our services, do the presentation, and then remind you of the services again. So, as I begin this afternoon, I will begin in my traditional style. So I, Imo Bakari, your psychologist and life coach, it is my desire for you to go higher. It is my desire for you to go higher so that you can unleash your fire. That's my desire. So having done the normal introduction, I will now go into doing the motivational word before doing the actual presentation. And the motivational word for this afternoon is to keep on moving and moving forward. And even though you go in a backward direction, after reflecting on the situation, keep on moving forward. So keep on moving and keep on moving forward, because after all, we were once a child, we became an adolescent, a young adult, a mature adult, and if we survive, we go into old age and we die. So all things being equal, before anything intervenes, we are moving forward. Whatever setbacks that come our way, it is part of the process of learning to keep on moving forward. So forward is the motion, and keep on moving forward. Whether it's physical movement or mental movement, we all know, for example, exercise, movement medicine, it's free. You don't have to join a gym to exercise. Reading, it's free. Read if you can, research if you can, keep on moving forward. So reflect on the word, consider the word, and allow it to motivate you to become a better individual. I now remind you of our services. We provide one-on-one and group coaching. We provide one-on-one and group counseling. We run a series of ongoing courses. For example, the fundamentals of public speaking, costing $1,200 for students and $1,800 for the general public. We teach you how to pause, how to intonate your voice, how to articulate, proper pronunciation of words, proper preparation for doing the speech, and a host of other techniques. All right? It's 4 weeks. We also have another 4-week course entitled Mastering Emotional Intelligence and Becoming Emotionally Resilient. That goes at $1,800 for students, $2,500 for the general public, and we welcome your participation in that course. Also, too, we have a special deal with that course, where for groups of 5, we charge $7,500, where you save $1,000, and you'll pay $1,500 per head once you are in a group of 5. We also have our ongoing 10-week course entitled The Fundamentals of Psychology. And that course costs $3,800, which you could pay in one payment, 2 parts, 3 parts, or we are so committed for your involvement that you can make a 4-part payment. We'll be looking at things as theories, concepts, motivational techniques, emotional understanding, emotional intelligence, IQ, and a host of other areas in the psychological field to help you become a more effective human being. All you have to do is give us a call at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. Once you call, once you email, we are ready to serve you to the best of our ability. We are ready. All we await is your call or your email. So today I will bring a very pointed word to you, and it's all focused around what is your brand. In life, we all have a brand. And simply put, a brand is what you are identified by. So in other words, even without trying, you are a reflection of your brand. But if you are consciously aware of how important your brand is, because people will identify you given your conduct. So if you are well-spoken, if you are very careful in your use of words, if you are very considerate of others, if you are very empathetic, if you listen well, all of that are a reflection of your brand. How you present yourself to the world in terms of your attire. So if people say you are well dressed, that is a very positive comment in relation to your brand. How you write. If you write in a legible way, it all is an indication of your brand. The kind of language that you use in your writing, whether it's considerate, whether it's harsh, whether it's emotionless, all of these things are indicative of your brand. How you eat when you are dining, all of that is indicative of your brand. So if you are eating and your mouth is playing music, like it's an instrument that you are playing, that certainly wouldn't be good for your brand. So we must be conscious of how we eat, how we masticate the food, all right? So how we eat, how we play, all right? Because there is something called fair play. There is something called sportsmanship and sportswomanship. And if you play the game hard and fair, that will be a very positive thing in relation to your brand. But if you play the game where you have no regard and consideration for the others who play with you, it certainly would not be good for your brand. If you play the game where you cheat to succeed, that is not good for your brand. So play hard, execute your skill, but do it in a fair way. Let there be sportsmanship. After all, we all would like to win, but we must not like to win at any cost. So you must become more conscious of those things that will identify you and that people will identify you by, and ensuring that those things are wholesome, uplifting, and positive. So your branding is very, very, very important. So I would like you now to, going forward, to give a new focus and a new consideration of what you do, why you do it, and most importantly, how you do it. For example, you may be a very good human being and known to many. And sometimes somebody may have upset you in such a manner and you lose control of regulating your emotions and you may engage in using foul language. Now the people who are hearing you using the foul language, they will be branding you based on what they are hearing. It might not be a fair measure of who you are because they don't know you in other contexts. But at the end of the day, I'm saying let us be careful that whatever we do, we try to create a positive impression. Mind you, even though you might be a positive person and doing positive things, some people may not be pleased with what you do, but if we are more conscious of what we do, I think it will help us to create a kind of impression that will be worthwhile for ourselves and will be worthwhile for others. So I remind you in this simple message, how you walk, people pay attention to that. How you talk, people pay attention to that. Whether you exhibit a sense of humanity and courtesy, people pay attention to that. If you are a boss and you behave like you belong to the pig family, that will be your brand. And people will keep away. They will withdraw from you. So create a brand where people will feel comfortable to be in your company. Create a brand where people will feel that when they interact with you, they feel that they will have grown every time that they interact with you. So in other words, if someone tells you that every time I speak with you, I learn something, I feel better, you could safely say that your brand is certainly moving in the right direction. So let us brand ourselves in positivity. Let us avoid negativity as best as we can. Let us help others to become better. What a beautiful brand that will be. Helping others to become better. Whether you're a teacher, whether you're a nurse, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a welder, when you do a job, do not only do it for the money that is involved. Do it in a neat way. Do it in an orderly way. Do it in a professional way. Go beyond the call of duty. Brand yourself by going the extra mile, and people could say, this person gives not only their money is worth, but even more than what it is worth. That is the kind of branding I would like you to consider. If you want to be successful as a student, you've got to brand yourself by paying the requisite attention. You've got to brand yourself by looking for the necessary support and help that you may need. You've got to brand yourself by doing the necessary research that is required so that you can advance academically. If you want to become a top sportsman in the world, you've got to train hard. You've got to train and go the extra mile, the extra hours. You go in the nets as a cricketer and put in extra hours when you are failing. If you're an athlete, you've got to put in the miles. You've got to do the technical training. You've got to do the mental training, all in an attempt that when you step on the track, you will be branding yourself as a superior performer. So whether it's sports, whether it's academics, whether it is culture, whatever it may be, ensure that that brand is a brand that can stand the test of time. So as you brand yourself, ensure that your brand can stand the test of time. Ensure that your brand can stand up to public scrutiny and people can say, yes, that's a good man. That's a good young woman. That's a good elder. Because at the end of the day, we want to make the human race a better race. And by you branding yourself in a positive way, you will certainly be making an ideal contribution to making humanity better. So pay attention to branding. Give consideration to everything you do with due care and regard, because sometimes you may not get the chance to recover from the errors that were made. So brand positively, think about it, give it a new focus, and ensure that you feel better and others feel better, and at the end of the day, we have a happier outcome to whatever we are involved in. So I thank you once again for listening to me today. I know the message resonated with you, and I know you will continue to support the work of this channel. I know you will continue to support our ongoing courses. I know you will be motivated to contribute financially, and there's the YPay link on the description page for you to make your contribution. You can buy my book entitled Conversation, which is $100 TT, 45 EC, or 15 US dollars. Just email us, just call us, and we'll make the arrangements to get the book onto you. Just email us or call us at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference to book a coaching appointment, to book a counseling appointment, to do one of our courses, or to buy our book. And as usual, I know you will ensure that this channel becomes a force to be reckoned with in this global space. So subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell notification and ensure that you are notified whenever a video is uploaded. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video, and spread the word far and wide. I thank you once again, and I count on you, and together in this partnership, we will become the force that we are destined to be. So thank you, goodbye, and stay tuned for another presentation. Thank you very much.